guys, this is Shetty here, and welcome to part 2 of the 2-part Halloween special. Inside this part, I'm going to be going over my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time, but if you guys haven't seen part 1, make sure to go check that out, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So coming in on my number 10 spot is going to be Insidious. This is a terrifying movie. It has a great score, a great cast. Personally, it's one of my favorite from James Wan. Coming in on my number 9 spot is going to be The Ruins. Another great film. It has an awesome story. With this story, there's so much stuff to discuss, and it has some of the best practical effects I've seen in a horror movie, hands down. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend checking it out. Coming in on my number 8 spot is going to be The Domestics. This film, in a way, is similar to The Purge, which that film will be up later on the list. But overall, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really good post-apocalyptic film. It has a good cast, good action, an interesting enough story, and it's probably one of the most entertaining movies on this list. Coming in on my number 7 spot is Get Out. This is one of the best horror movies of 2017. It has an awesome story. It's so original. We've really never seen anything like it. It has a great cast and great directing from Jordan Peele. It's definitely one of my favorites. Coming in at my number 6 spot is going to be The Purge. Now, this is probably one of the most divisive films on this list, because I think whenever people would rank the Purge series, they would probably put the first film in last place, or the first Purge they may put in last. You know, those two are definitely considered to be the worst out of the 4 films. But personally, I think this is the best one. This is easily one of the best home invasion movies ever made. It has a great cast. Ethan Hawke is awesome in it, and it has one of the coolest concepts of all time. With this concept, there's just so many ideas that they could do, and they did a lot of really cool stuff with this film. I think it's great. Personally, it's my favorite Purge movie, and that's why it's at my number 6 spot. Coming in at my number 5 spot is going to be The Collector. This is the movie I watched most recently. I watched it back during the summer, and I've seen it twice already. And I love this movie. I think it has a good cast. The Collector as a killer is really interesting. He's different than the usual mass killer. The traps that he has set up are awesome. This is just a great movie. I would highly recommend it. Coming in at my number 4 spot is going to be Halloween 2018. This is hands down the best Halloween movie. This really is a movie for the fans. You can tell that they were making this for the fans, not for the money. I mean, they brought back the original cast. I mean, there's just so much stuff for the fans in this movie. It's great. It's one of the best movies of 2018. I can't wait for the 2 sequels that are coming up, 2020 and 2021, which, by the way, I'll be doing videos on all those, so stay tuned for those. And coming in at my number 3 spot is going to be Child's Play. This is one of my favorite films of 2019. It's in my top 5, definitely. Stay tuned for my top 10 list, though. That'll be coming out at the end of the year, so then you'll actually see what spot on the list this is. But for me, this really reinvented Chucky as a character. And if you haven't seen part 1, I actually did compare this film to Cult of Chucky, so go check that out. But yeah, I love this movie. Mark Hamill is awesome as Chucky. I can't wait for the sequel that's going to be coming up next year. And some honorable mentions of some films that I really enjoyed that just didn't make the list are The Nun. It's a great movie. Definitely the best Conjuring movie. The Collection is a great sequel. Case 39, The Midnight Meat Train, It, Stag Night, Quarantine. There's so many great horror movies, but this is the top 10 list, and only 10 films can make it on. Also, Deliver Us from Evil is one of my favorites as well. But yeah, coming in at my number 1 spot, the long-awaited spot that you've all been waiting for, is going to be Devil's Pass. Now, most of you probably don't know this movie, and I can understand that because this wasn't that big whenever it first came out. But this is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's easily the best found footage movie ever made. It has a super interesting story, somewhat inspired by true events. The cast in it is great. The special effects are awesome, especially considering how low the budget is. And overall, it's a great movie. It's terrifying, and if you're ever just looking for a movie to watch, I would highly recommend checking this film out. It's extremely entertaining. You won't regret it. And yeah, guys, that is my list of the top 10 horror movies of all time. If you guys did enjoy these 2 parts, make sure to drop a like on the video. I hope you guys did have a great Halloween. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow with brand new videos. This is Chatty sign off. Peace out.